Hello, this is Caleb with Garvin Sewer Service. I'm at 432 Marine Street in Boulder. So, we were out on May 30th, a later night call on Saturday, and today is June 22nd. We did have a backup at that time, and our technician James snaked the line multiple times with 3-inch blades, and he was able to get the line to drop. He brought back some roots and then snaked it again. The line was clear at that time. So we were backed up in the same manner today. And the story is that I stuck the camera down the line the first time. It was backed up, so I could not see. Around the 22, 24, or somewhere in that range spot initially, it said that I couldn't get my camera past and it was a hard block. So I did snake the line myself. And I fought and fought and fought on that spot. Finally got the line to go down. Did not bring back any roots, so I snaked the line twice up to 120 feet, which is how long our cable is, and we could not get the did not bring anything back, but the line was taking water. I ran a lot of water to try to flush out everything that I could. So I cammed the line again to see what was going on, just out of my own sake, and I did see something going on at that 22 to 24 feet. We will talk about that in a second. So I am operating through the cleanout that is next to the door, next to the floor drain that was backing up. On the east side of the house, and I want to go ahead and say that as I pull back, we will see roots. The reason why we're seeing roots is because that spot, as well as this very small clean out, this clean out's only 2.5 inches, where the line's 4 inches. So we're having to bend our blades in quite drastically, or downgrade our blade size in order to get all the way out. So we cannot get those roots any better. I've snaked it twice myself, as well as James on May 30th, twice himself. And the roots we're not getting them any better because of that reason. So what I do recommend is at the 22-24 spot, and we'll explore that in a bit, we do recommend a spot repair, and at that spot put a clean out that's 4 inches big, with a easier turn, 45-degree turn instead of a 90, which I'm operating from. That way we can get bigger blades through there, as well as we can get all the way out. Currently, my camera is all the way out, and I have located it, just for my own sake, just for informational gathering reasons, at the edge of the street, right where the rocks is, right at the curb. What we have here is it stair steps down, and I cannot get my camera. I ran water before this video to try to get my camera to go down. I think if we had to clean out, where we do the spot repair, we may be able to see the status of the drain in the street. But at this time, we do not know the status of the drain in the street for that reason. So I cannot push the camera past this spot. The manhole where the sewer line is for the city appears to be about 30 feet in the street. I walked it with my measure, 28, 30 feet. So we're getting very close to the end of the line, but we're not getting all the way to the end of the line. So if we had to clean out 20 feet past the spot where we're operating from, we can do that in the future. As well as if we're able to get bigger blades in there, we'll be able to clean up everything that we're going to see for a while. For instance, here, and we did clean out some of these spots really well, but some of these spots have more roots, like right here, more than I would like. But again, we cannot clean it better because we're having to go smaller blades, and we're having to push them in because of the problem and because of the small clean out next to the door. So we're going to start pulling back. That was around 100 feet. It was saying 98, 97. They're right here. It's not going to cause a backup right now because the water running on the bottom side is going, but we can't. We've snaked it 4 times now, and cannot get this any better. So once the clean out is installed at the spot repair, we'll be able to get these better whenever we get a better access in that spot repair, where there's a break on the top of the drain, as well as the offset, which we'll see in just a bit. Once that's fixed, we'll be able to get these roots cleared out in a more effective manner. We are coming up on the spot here in just a moment. Okay, so we're going to go underwater for a bit, and right here, I believe, let's further explore that. I think that was a piece of the pipe itself that has broken. It's hard to see because we have water. So right here on the top of this drain, you can see it's broken pretty significantly, and then there's something called an offset due to the break, which is kind of disconnecting right here. So this is our spot right at the 20-foot mark. We dipped down in water. This is what's causing our issues. We cannot clear this anymore because the blades are not being able to get where the brake's at. So I believe this is going to back up sooner rather than later. At this time now, our cleaning, while the cleaning is free today, we will not be able to warrant this cleaning due to that break. I kind of think I saw a piece of the pipe on the left side here. So looking like our break is about 3 feet long. Yeah, about 3 feet long with the offset. That's why we're underwater right now. We come out of the water. So a spot repair that we do is dictated by how deep it is. I'm about to locate that in just a second. But our spot repair, the estimate's for 5 feet long, which that would seem to check out right here. Because it seems like we have good drains, albeit some root intrusion. Maybe like 6 feet long at the most. So let's pull back. Obviously this spot is our problematic area. At 19 feet we have our break right there. We push forward 19 to about 26, so maybe 7 feet long. So I'm about to go locate this. I'll pause the video. I'm gonna go locate these two spots, end and beginning, for our estimate for the spot repair. Okay, I've located this about 2 feet from a tree that's cut off about 15 feet high. So it's been trimmed down. It's just basically a giant stump going up about 15 feet. It's about 4 feet on the other side of a chain link fence. I'm getting about 3 foot 10 inches deep. We'll say up to 4 just to be safe. That's the spot at the end right here. And then I'm going to pull back to right before our break and our offset. It does look like we do have a little bit of a turn there. So there's a little hump right there on the left. We'll pull it back to about right here. We got some good pipe right there. And we'll locate this spot as well. Okay, I've located this at 3 feet 8 inches deep. The chain link fence is chain link fence is in the middle. And we're right on the other side, kind of by the stone walkway. Words are hard today. 3 feet 8 inches deep. Looks like there was a 45 in the middle. So we have a chain link fence. We have half of a tree that's very close by, and we do have a kind of like a rock barrier in that area. And we're right next to the this spot right here is right next to our like a stone bench, if you will. So I do recommend a spot repair here, 3 feet 8 inches deep to about 4 inches deep. And I will take pictures for our team to see the access and what we're working with to get our machinery in here. Or if we just need to hand dig this, that will be what they need to discuss. So I'll go ahead and pull back. So it looks like this line does Y into a sewer. That's probably right where my machine's setting, heading out east, and then it meets that way, and then I know it kind of 45s and heads down the yard going straight out. So if there's any other questions, my team, feel free to give me a holler. If you have any other questions, I will upload as many pictures as I can. I'll take a video and try to email it to you, Julie. This is our access point. This is the floor drain that was backing up. Here's my machine setting. We're right next to this door, 432. You see maybe the orange flag right there. The white flag is on the opposite side of the fence. I will have pictures uploaded. If there's any other questions regarding this video, either my team or the homeowner Linda, please feel free to give me a call. My name is Caleb. If there's any questions about the scope of work, pricing, time frame for getting this repair, call Garvin Sewer Service and request the sewer excavation team. They'll be able to answer your questions there. Thank you very much for your time. Have a wonderful day.